Hi folks, let's get some more work done on this Hayter lawnmower which we're refurbishing. See you in a minute. Right, well okay then, I've done a bit more work on it on the underside of the deck this time. As you know, the top part of the deck is painted green, but I thought I'd just flip it over and do a little bit more work underneath, and let's show you what I've done so far. Well, I've actually coated the whole of the underside with Vactan, you know the Vactan rust treatment I've got, and as you can see it's gone off now and it's neutralised all this rust now. It goes black when it does that, and as you can see it's actually protected the surface now. And coming around to the front of the deck here, on this curved face here, I had some rust holes there, which I don't know whether you saw or not, where it's broken through over the years. And all I've done is I've got some fiberglass, and I've just laid some fiberglass on with some resin, as you can see there, and I've actually repaired that as well. So that's what I've done on the underside. And all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put you on time lapse, and I'm going to paint this with some Smooth Right black paint, which is like a Hammerite type paint, and that will then seal all this lot in, and we can then flip it on and carry on with the restoration. So I'm going to put you on time lapse now just to give this a coat of paint. See you in a minute. Right, okay then, that won't take too long to go off, but while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to get the handle in and see if we can get that cleaned up and try and fill in the rust pits that are on it. So let's do that now. Here it is, it's in a bit of a state, so if I just take it apart, it comes in two halves obviously, with the handle that just clips off. So let's get these joining bolts out. Wow, and as you can probably see there, this handle is in quite a state, and I'm not too sure whether it's going to be recoverable. We'll have a go though. I've just got to take this off now, which is the pull cord holder. So looks like a 10mm or something like that. Yep, a little 10mm. On there it's a little nylock, so just unscrew that. And again, I'll be able to reuse these hopefully when I paint them up, or give them a sandblast first obviously. Right, well that didn't turn out too well unfortunately. Although it fitted in there, you can barely move the gun around because of its shape in there, so that's a no-no. And not only that, it's also looks like that this covering is not paint, it's powder coat by the looks of it. It's really hard, believe it or not, to sandblast powder coat. So I'm going to have to resort to get on with either a wire brush on the rotary drill or by hand, so I'll see you in a minute. Right, okay. Well, it doesn't take too long doing it that way, so I'm quite happy with that. And this is the sort of result we've got. As you can see, a lot better now. It looks so much better now without all that pitting in it and all that. Now this will just take a nice coat of Smooth Right or Hammerite now, whatever, smooth paint, and that should be it. So I'm going to carry on and just prepare this one. As you can see, there's the difference between the two. Can you see that? This one was a lot rougher, if you remember right. It was like this all over. So I'm very pleased with that. I'm glad we've pulled that back from the rubbish tip, and I'm going to carry on with these ones now, and I'll see you in a minute once I've done all this. Right, okay then, so I think we've done enough sanding there. That's the bottom part of the handle now done, as you can see, and a lot easier to do it that way, as I say, than sandblasting. So I'm going to take this outside now, give it a coat of paint. Okay then, while we're letting them other pieces dry, I'm just going to go over the deck now with a wax and grease remover, just in case there's any bits of particles on there or any grease from your fingers or whatever. And again, I'm not going to bother tack ragging this. It's not a pristine job at the end of the day. Normally if it was a car or something you've taken a bit more pride in, for example, you'd use a tack rag just to get off any bits of dust. I can't see any dust on there. I'm happy with that. It's not the ideal scenario anyway, spraying in an environment like this. And again, to give it its resilience, I'm using this Churchill 1K clear lacquer. Now this stuff you use straight out of the tin, you don't mix it up or anything. Now again, I'm looking for 2-bar pressure. As you can see there, when I press the trigger in, down to 2-bar, which is about 28.5 pounds, something like that. Right, okay then. I'm going to start spraying. I'll put you on a little bit of music because you'll hear the compressor cutting in and out otherwise. I'll see you in a minute. That's the first coat. Again, it's only like I told you before, it's a thin coat just to bind to the surface. The second coat will flood it on a little bit more, but I'm going to let that dry for 10 minutes and then we'll give it its final coat. I'm only going to give this 2 coats. Okay. Just give you a little quick look around it. Not too bad. This will sink back a bit, but again, totally happy with the result. If you remember all the rust holes we had along here, they're now gone. The big hole we had at the front here, as you can remember, that's now gone. And also around this side here, I cut a big square out of there, around here somewhere. and as you can see, that's now gone. Well, it's not perfect by any means, but I'm totally happy with it. And there's nothing I can do at the moment. I've got to let this dry, as I say, because I haven't got my lamp here to cure it. The inside's all been treated now, as we know. So I'm going to leave this one here now, and then we'll have the reveal in the final part when I put everything back together. Can't do nothing now, all the bits are drying. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye for now.